Hello and welcome back to RareRoo Crafts. I'm Sarah and I'm on a little bit late with you today to share what I've been making for the Jewellery Making Fun collaboration. So this is a collaboration that is hosted by the lovely Deb of Dahlia Designs Jewellery and More, or Deb Houck as a lot of us know her as, from Deb Houck's Crafty Cottage. And this is a collaboration she hosts over on her jewellery channel. All of that will be linked in the description box below, along with all of the other fantastic collaborators that are joining in on this collaboration. So each month on the 18th, we have some challenges that we've sort of got to work to. So usually there's a colour theme and then there's a couple of optional extra challenges. So this month we could choose our own colours, and the optional extras were to try a new technique and use the alters things in your stash. Now, I'm quite new to jewellery making, so I haven't got a lot of stuff that's been in my stash for a long time. I've got some beads and bits and bobs like that, but not tons. But one thing that I have had in my stash for ages, since before I actually even started with jewellery making, with the intention of making my own beads, was Fimo. I bought some Fimo, and it's just sort of sat there, and my daughter's played with it a bit, but I've not really done a lot with it. So I decided to have a go at making my own faux ceramic embellishments, so pendants and things for necklaces. So I have still got some in the UV lamp thing by the side of me, because I have put some resin over the top. I've just noticed I've got a bit of silver paint pen there. I'll have to get that off in a bit. So this is one of my faux ceramic pieces. So as you can see, it's got a real shine to it, and that's obviously the resin that I've put over the top. But it is just Fimo. So I started out, I've used a whole block for all the bits that I've made, and I used this Fimo Soft in the Sahara colour, because I thought that was quite a nice sort of neutrally colour to use as the sort of clay base, if you like. So I have, I'll show you all the tiles that I've got, and then I'll sort of talk you through how I made them. So I made that one, and I will make that into a pendant. So I've not made any of them into the actual jewellery yet. I just haven't had time. I've spent all day making these because it's been fun. And then I've made a little pair of matching earrings. So that will be the base bead, and that obviously they'll join together with the earring clasp on the top there, like that. And then I've obviously got the matching pendant. And then I made this big chunky pendant, so it's quite thick, this one. And it's got some silver paint pen around the edge and a little bit just picking out some of the elements. I'm not sure if I like that one as much, but it's okay. You know, not bad for a first attempt. Then I made these. I made two of these. So I did one in blue, or blues and yellows, and one in greens and yellows, and one in blues. And they're actually going to be bracelet bars. So the camera's quite zoomed in there, but pull it back a little bit. So I'll put little holes in either end and make them into bracelet bars, or see, that one fits better as a bracelet bar. This one's a little bit on the big side, but I might put that on a hair barrette and turn it into a hair slide. So I've got those, and then if I just get what I've got in my lamp out, this is one of my favourites. I think it just looks so much like a 1970s kitchen tile. I just love it, absolutely love it. And again, I'm going to put a little hole in, and I'm just going to put that on just like a leather necklace and just make that a really simple, but I think really pretty necklace. Then I made these ones, which, just move some of this out of the way. Obviously I cut a circle, and then I kept the circle that went above. I thought that might be quite nice. I might even hang a little bead in the centre of the hoops. I thought they'd make really cool earrings. And then I've got some little tiny, so I can get the camera to focus on them. Really cute little, just with some little beads. I thought they'd make really simple but really, really pretty earrings. And then I did these diamond shaped ones. Resin's not quite set on them. I'll have to pop them back in their light in a minute. See if I can get the... It's hard to get the camera to pick it up, but yeah, they're pretty. Again, I think I'll make them into pretty earrings. And I did a couple of these ones in the pinks and the reds. I really like those. These all need another minute in the lamp. And then finally, I did this one. Which again, I think that's got that real look of a proper old sort of tile, which I love. So those are all the bits that I made. I haven't done a... I'm trying to get my camera to refocus. I haven't done a tutorial video on how I made them because this is the first time I've made them, so I was just playing really and just sort of having a look at what was possible, what I could do. But I'm quite happy to make a video if anybody wants to see how I've made them. But it was actually really quite simple. I just used my the Fimo clay. I have got an old pasta machine that I use to condition my clay, which just helps to get a little bit more your thickness the right sort of size. I've also got a little tin of cutters, all different shaped cutters. These I got off eBay. They were about £6 off of eBay. But I bought them for jewellery making because I just thought they were the perfect size to make you know, all your various jewellery. I used some embossing folders to put some of the texture in. So this is the embossing folder I used for that one. I also just used a clear silicone stamp, and that's what has given the texture on this one. And the other thing that I got in my stash that I used was these old brass stencils. So these ones and this one were done with the brass stencils. So there's lots of things you can use to put the... Obviously you could just do it with, you know, the end of a paintbrush and a fork if you wanted to. You know, you don't have to have anything specific to do the texture on the pieces, but because I've got embossing folders and stamps and things, I just thought I might as well see what I could use, and it's worked really well. I think that one might have been from one of these. Yeah, that's that one there. So these were really good because these ones you can actually lay it on the clay, and then you can run the clay and the brass stencil through the pasta machine, and it gives you that really deep etching in the clay, which is really, really nice. So I got them all, cut them all out. You know, I put the texture on them first, then cut out the shape that I wanted, you know, pick the bits I wanted to pick out. And then the first layer of colour I did with pastels, just your sort of soft pastels. I just rubbed them onto a piece of paper, the colour that I wanted, and then picked it up with my finger and rubbed it into the clay. And I've put a couple of different colours on. I then baked them in the oven for 30 minutes, as per the instructions on the Fimo. Once they were baked, I got them back out of the oven, and I mixed up some of this liquid Sculpey, which is like a liquid polymer clay, and I just mixed some of those up with a few different colours of alcohol ink. This is just yeah, just normal alcohol ink. I mixed them up with that, put that over the top of painted that on over the top of the tiles, and then I took some of the soft pastels, and with a blade I just scraped a little bit off, and that's what gives this sort of slightly foxed look that you quite often see on ceramics. That's where I've just grated on just a fine little dusting of some of the pastel. I then obviously baked that again. That went in the oven then for a bake, and then once it was baked, I've coated it just in a UV hard resin, and I've been putting them into my UV lamp to let them set. Now I will just give the backs of them a little coat as well of the, not that you can see because the sunlight is blowing my camera out. There you go. So you can see they do look like sort of ceramic on the back there, but I will probably put a little coating of just a really thin, I'll rub it on with a gloved finger, coat of the resin on the back there just to protect them more than anything. And then I've got a little hand drill that I stole off my husband from his model making, so I'll be able to put little holes wherever I want them and then add findings and turn them into jewellery. So I will try to come back in the next few days and show the finished items once I've actually got round to turning them into earrings and necklaces and bracelets and all the rest of it, because obviously I haven't had time to do that today. But I really like them, and for a first attempt I'm really pleased. You know, some of them have come out better than others. I really love this one, I really love that one. That one's actually turned out a lot better than I thought. I'm not as keen on that one, but it's okay. Yeah, and that one ended up being just slightly too big for a bracelet bar, but like I say, I think I can find a barrette in my stash so I can turn it into a hair slide. So that's what I have been making for Jewellery Making Fun for this month. I hope you like it. I hope it's something a little bit different for you to have a look at, and I hope to see you all again very soon in another crafty video. Bye for now.